Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, I want to teach you what you can do to lower your taxes in 2022. And it really comes down to what I write about in my books and what I'll be teaching this coming weekend on Hidden Wealth Radio is tax me now, tax me later, tax me never. And the two things I'm going to be teaching this Tuesday at retirementprotected.com are how do you untax what's going to tax you more later and do it in the most tax efficient way possible. One strategy I'll teach that allows up to a 100% deduction for those that qualify, allowing you to use a deduction to offset getting your IRAs untaxed by moving them to Roth IRAs. I think it's Sam from Illinois we met with this week, in his 60s, very concerned. And he had this Tax Me Now account, which I'll talk about quickly, which are these brokerage accounts that even with him not taking any money out of the account, when you're in a retail brokerage account, it's going to throw off, especially in volatile markets, unwanted short and long-term capital gains. So in other words, he's having to pay tax on money he never even took out. We see this time and time again, folks. Then there's the Tax Me Later account. This is where the government believes that you think it's, you're going to save tax by deferring your tax. Well, deferred tax equals increased taxes, folks. So by deferring that out and waiting till the government starts forcing you to take these required minimum distributions, or the wake-up call as you do pull money voluntarily from your IRA and realizing a big chunk of it goes to Uncle Sam, which forces you to take a bigger gross distribution, which that to get to the higher net now pushes you into a higher tax bracket, especially with the cost of living that's clearly gone up, especially over this last year, almost at 8%, is causing people to pay a lot more tax, netting a lot less income in retirement and getting very frustrated by it. And the good news is it doesn't need to happen. The last is Tax Me Never. And so where you have new money from selling something, inheriting something, putting money better to work as opposed to cash, or things that you're concerned of so that you can have no downside, only upside, double-digit earning potential with no downside loss of any kind. And it's like what they call the rich man Roth, or the alternative Roth account, where you can grow your money without tax or capital gains or income tax, state, federal, etc. You can use your money tax-free, and you can transfer your money tax-free. Just like Sam said, look, I really want my kids to not be burdened with me leaving them this unnecessary tax burden for my Tax Me Now or my Tax Me Later accounts, and we're going to cover both. How do you untax what you have that's going to tax you a lot more later? And then where do you put money safely to make sure it doesn't ever get taxed again? Go to retirementprotected.com, that's retirementprotected.com, and let me teach you what you can do to be a low tax or no tax retiree in 2022 and learn, right? Imagine more financial success, less stress, less worry, less tax, more protection. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.